Hello. So, I've done a few YouTube videos, nothing really big. Mostly reviews, different things that I didn't know too much about, but I checked out for the first time and gave a quick opinion on. Nothing really special. But I was looking for, something a little more interesting to make a video about. I enjoy making videos with my daughter. I'm going to try to do a few more of those. But one thing that I thought of was about a year ago, well, to make you understand a little more, I'm a property manager of apartment buildings where I live, three large buildings, and when people move out, sometimes they leave things behind. Now, one person was moving out, and I guess he wanted to be generous, and he left a few things in the lobby. One of which was a Nintendo Wii that was fully functioning, had everything with it, which I would have enjoyed finding that, but someone else was luckier. They found it first. And then he put this out. PS4. Now, I do not own a PS4. Haven't really tried one much. Don't know if you could read that. The reason I'm showing this sticker is because it might have a bit of relevance. It's a white sticker. It says QA-01418. And it looks like a professionally put sticker. Meaning, like, it's not easy to peel off. Like, it's really on there. And it looks like there's a bit of an indent in the plastic, like it was meant to be there. And when I installed this PS4, when I plugged it in, all it came with was the power plug. Everybody has HDMI cables around, so I just quickly put one of those in. There's no controllers. I did happen to have this controller, Mad Catz controller, good for PS3, PS4. Did the job. But what I discovered was it's a PS4 Devkit. I tried looking around to find some information about it. When I look up dev kits, it seems that developers, they have to be approved to get these. And on top of it, I think they have to pay like a pretty significant amount of money to receive it. So you can't just go and buy one. You have to be approved for it, and then you're going to spend a good amount of money. From what I saw, about $2,000 to $3,500. But these were different dev kits. These were bulkier, gray. This looks like a PS4 that most of you would have at home. The other one was it looked to be about this big and had much more to it. This one, like I said, I don't have one. Can't really compare it to much. But maybe if I move the camera, there, you can see this is regular ports. I don't think there's anything much different. PS4, two USB ports. There's the sticker. That's that. It's just a PS4. Now, what did I try? I tried plugging it in, used the controller. It worked. You can see, it was clear that it was a dev kit because it said so. I believe I tried it about a year ago. I haven't really played with it too much since. I Google it once in a while when I think about it. Wondering, hey, what can I do with this thing? What would I like to do? If this is something that has cool features, great. I would love to have something unique. Would I love to have something worth a big amount of money? I mean, sure. But I'd be more interested in the learning aspect. Now, if it were worth something and I couldn't use it, of course I would try to sell it. I would love to just have a working PS4. If I could get this to play games, which, by the way, when I put games in, it doesn't work. I don't really care much about anything else that the driver would do, that the Blu-ray drive would do. I mean, if I would love to put a game in and play it. If I could get it to play DVDs, that's not a big deal for me. I would use it as a media center, but I already have everything I need for that. Like, I have a NVIDIA Shield, I have a PS3. I mean, I don't need it for that, but if it worked for that, I might use it. I guess what I would really enjoy would be to have it work as a PS4. Have it play games. I don't want to buy games online. If I bought games, I would prefer to buy an actual physical copy. I'm not against hacking. Like, I have a Wii. I hacked it. I have all kinds of games for free. If I could do that, I would have fun with that. The main fear I have about hacking systems is when I buy a new system, I don't want to brick it, destroy it, void the warranty. I don't care much about warranty. My things don't really break much. But I would be interested if I could, install some stuff on it. I know the PS3 you could install Linux at one point. I would be very interested to see what I could do with it, and if any fun could be had. Just give me a second. Just realizing that since I bought this TV, I've never actually installed a second HDMI onto it. Let's see. HDMI 2. Here we go. Sorry for the movement. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm really good with camera. I am hoping I'll get better with it. Okay. Now, I'm gonna plug in a controller. I'm hoping that the sound is decent, because when I check out the video before I go and upload it, I'm gonna try checking it out a bit. If the sound is absolutely unbearable, then yeah, I'll try to redo the video. If it's decent, I'll just deal with it and try to make it better for next time. Now, I remember when I searched it up last time. Sorry, I'm just opening up the controller box. When I searched it up last time, what I seen was what you're able to do is, for PS4s, is you're able to download the firmware from the website, put it on a USB key, and update it. Now, I wanted to try doing this. I wanted to try to clear the PS4 and install the regular firmware. So it would no longer be a dev kit, and it would be a usable PS4. I would have this controller here, but it's wired. If it worked, I would go out and buy some real controllers and enjoy a PS4. Thing is, when I tried using it, it wasn't allowing me to install that firmware. So now you have new user, user 1. Let's try user 1, enter. Now at the bottom, don't know how well you can see that, it says in red, this dev kit / test kit is expired. See activation guide on DevNet. In the top left hand corner says system software 4.550.011. Release check mode release. HDD hard disk drive, I'm assuming. 380 2.431 gigabytes out of 413.513 gigabyte. Now I'm assuming that means this is a 500 gig hard drive. And of course, you never get the full hard drive. So I have a total of 413 gigs, 380 of which is available. TRC check notifications disable. NP debug off. Operation mode base. IP address 0.0.0.0. MAC address, guess I don't really need to say that. You might see I'm not really worried about that. And host name is blank. So, start live from PlayStation. You must connect to a network to use this feature. Now, do I have a network cable? I think I do. This may or may not mess up, because I know sometimes when you install consoles, you have to reboot. Your modem or router. Let's give it a shot. Sign into PlayStation Network to use this feature. Sign into PlayStation Network. Cannot connect to the server. Not really worried about that. I have a PSN name on a PS3. Don't really remember it right now. But what I'm concerned more about is if it'll work. I remember I tried logging in, and it wasn't allowing me to. Everything wants me to sign in to the PSN network. Debug settings. I don't think this is on a regular PS4. Game, system, multi-user, PlayStation Network, activation, boot parameters, companion, application, controller setting, core dump, crash reporting, game live streaming, network, PlayStation VR, share button, sound and screen, system update. That would be interesting. Update server URL. I gotta type that in myself, I guess. Game. Package downloader, package installer. There's so many options. I know that there's a feature on this where you can make fake PSN accounts. I think that's for testing games that you make, because this is a dev kit. It's for making games, I guess. Activate. You activate from USB using internet. Show expiration date. This dev kit test kit is expired. Contact hardware administrator of your company or see activation guide on PS4. Now, when I read about this, it seems that it is going to be very difficult, if possible, to activate this thing. I know I can't activate it legally because I'm not a developer. I just don't know of any way to get it working. System passcode management. If a user fails to pass it, the PS4 will be deactivated. Now, I don't have a PS4 game to try. I do have some DVDs. Just grab the closest one to me. It takes discs. Well, you can't see it, but took the DVD no problem. Start DVD. I don't remember if I tried the DVD. I think I did. Pretty sure it didn't work. An error has occurred. CE-35492-3. I'm just reading that out just in case somebody happens to know something about it. Now, it's been about a year. I think I might have tried a PS4 game and it didn't work. But guessing how DVDs don't even work, and when I read online about it, what little information there was, I seen that games are really not supposed to work on this. So I could borrow a game from a friend. One other idea I was having is, I'm not going to bother right now, but I am going to try downloading the firmware and try it again just to see the error. I'm going to redo what I did last year. It wasn't much. But the other day I was watching a video of somebody who bought a PS4 online, and he bought it off eBay, and he was trying to repair it. He opened it up and he was replacing some chips or whatever. He was soldering all kinds of stuff, which I have the equipment to do it. I just can't really solder. It might be fun to try, but this PS4 seems fully functional. It doesn't look broken at all. It's just a software. One thing that gave me an idea is he replaced, when he received it, there was no hard drive, and he put in a new hard drive. I replaced the hard drive in my PS3. It's simple. Looks even simpler on this. I'm thinking, I think there is a hard drive, because, I mean, it says, hard disk drive and how much space there is. Maybe when I put in the firmware, it wasn't working because of the software that's already on it. It restricts you from doing that because it's a dev kit. What if I took the hard drive out, but plugged it into my computer with an adapter, formatted that hard drive, made it completely blank, put it back in, and tried installing the firmware on it? Could that change anything? Is it worth a try? Now, like I said, I don't really care about the dev kit part, but if there is something interesting, I mean, it would suck if I did all that, was never able to get this back again, and somebody afterwards, suggested something that could actually be pretty cool. So I got the idea of, I do have a bit of a YouTube channel here, nothing much, but what if I made this video, showed where I'm at, worked on it as a project, maybe have a couple other videos, just something interesting, something to do, and something to start the new year with. It's December 31st right now. I don't know when I'm going to upload it. I have a few things to do tonight, but this is my New Year's Eve day. We're like almost 5 p.m. So afterwards I'm going to go eat supper with my family and enjoy the evening. But yeah, I would like to upload this since I'm in no hurry. See if anybody on my tiny little channel happens to find something, or if you guys feel like sharing it. Maybe it'll spark some interest. Maybe one of you guys or a few of you guys will be so interested in it, you'll start sharing it, and you might happen to share it with somebody who, has more of an idea of what to do. Any suggestions are welcome. I'm not pretending to be an expert of any kind. I'm not trying to use this to, make a bigger channel or whatever. I mean, whatever happens, happens. I'm just doing this simply for the fun and interest of it. I feel like I'm starting to ramble a little bit. It is New Year's Eve. I've had a couple Jack and Cokes. Not drunk by any means, but, I'm getting a little more talkative than I usually am. And I think this is a good place to end the video. Looks like it's going on about 20 minutes. And yeah, I'm going to try to make some more interesting videos. Maybe more about this, or maybe some about other things. I have a couple things to review that, that are pretty interesting. Some stuff that people might be, more into. So that's it. Please, if any suggestions, ideas, or well wishes, anything, just write them in the comments. And even criticisms, anything's welcome. And let me know. Thanks. Have a good day.